Makli, a spectacular World Heritage Site boasting lofty structures profusely ornamented with stone carvings and scintillating glazed tiles, is visited regularly by both local and foreign tourists and study groups. Normally, such sites the world over would have a thriving cottage industry around them, with the local community involved in income generating projects stemming from the site, such as making and selling of souvenirs, eats and drinks, incense burners, and so on. Instead, in the very periphery of this frequented site lives the most impoverished of communities, a mendicant community spread over 8 villages, dependent entirely on begging for a living, with no proper roof over their heads. Women and men answer nature's call in the barren open spaces surrounding their village, as no public toilets are available, let alone individual ones for families. Most do no cooking in their makeshift homes, as they survive on the meager dole handed out to them through a langar or soup kitchen at the shrines, and if they do possess a stove, it is a very rudimentary, open flame one. Seeing the plight of this beggar community that no one seemed to be interested in, Yasmin Lari, chairperson Heritage Foundation, who was doing restoration work in Makli at the time, decided to put together all her learnings to implement her zero carbon project designed within the framework of Lari's barefoot architecture at Sarki Got, one of the 8 villages at Makli, to give a new ray of hope to this destitute community.
So the whole thing really is based on the work that Heritage Foundation has carried out since 2005 in various disaster-affected areas. I think the basis always is that we need to help people to help themselves, rather than giving it out as alms or as largesse, because that's the only way that they will begin to, in a sense, become self-reliant. And that is the ultimate goal of the work that we do here. So it was difficult because most of the time before this we had been dealing with communities that were displaced but were not beggars. Here we had to compete with the income that they got from begging. So it was much tougher, I think, or at least I thought that. So it took us some time, took us almost 2 years.
Thanks to Yasmin's association with the international donor agencies, the way was paved for the teaching of professional income generating skills to those willing to learn.
We are beholden to our people or organizations that funded our conservation work, like the Ambassadors Fund for Cultural Preservation, through which we managed to conserve the tomb of Sultan Ibrahim, where we were able to develop the whole expertise in Kashi or glaze tile work, and to UNESCO, who provided us with experts who came in to tell us what was wrong with the traditional Kashi, which allowed us to really develop the expertise that we have today, which Heritage Foundation can now be very proud that the work that has been done has been certified by an Italian laboratory. This led to also us talking to the women particularly and telling them that we could teach them how to make these small tiles, the Kashi tiles, which is the glaze ceramics. And this woman, Karima, became interested. So I really would like to single her out as one of the most bravest and the most enterprising persons in that community, because she decided to give up begging and to start making them. And then gradually, of course, that whole thing spread. She began to sell the tiles in the place where she used to beg before, and so on and so on. So it was an amazing story.
पिनण छॾे त पिनण में असांजो गुज़ारो कोन थींदो हो न। असीं कमु शुरू कयो मैडम आई, पोइ मैडम चयो त हीउ कमु टाइलनि जो सिखंदी, पोइ मुंहिंजो हा सिखंदीसां। मूंखे आऊं कमु हीउ चाहियो न, पोइ वरी हुन मायुनि खे रीस थी त हीउ बि कमु असीं करूं, असांजो बि गुज़र थिए, हिन जो गुज़र थिए पियो त असांजो गुज़र थिए। हाँ, ये बनाती है, कमाई करती है, मैं भी साथ के सिखाती हूँ। हाँ, 5 जने के सिखाती हूँ, 5 जने के सिखाती हूँ।
With the money Karima and the other women started to earn, a desire emerged among practically the entire one-time beggar community to seek productive employment.
At the same time, there was the German funding that came, the German government funding, through which we were able to build bamboo domes on the tomb of Mirza Jan Baba. And that has helped us to actually go forward with those particular skills and teach these people as well.
मेरा नाम हातम है। हम मांगने जाते हैं, कट्ठे भी जाते हैं, किंजर जाते हैं। अब मैं मजदूरी बेंच बनाता हूँ, मैं 400 रुपये में बेचता हूँ। 500 रुपये में कमा के रखा था घर में, उसमें खाया भी नहीं, पहले ही कमाई थी मेरी शुरू।
Other than a handful of old people who have been begging for generations, all the men and women of the village have now become involved in earning money through one way or the other, be it production of kashi tiles, clay jewelry, bamboo furniture such as tables and benches, the growing and selling of saplings, selling of pappers, and indigenous chappals. But the objective was not to just provide employment to the beggar community, but to improve their lives in a holistic way through providing them better living conditions, sanitation, and education. This Heritage Foundation achieves through its own quintessential methodologies.
In all these years of working, we had found that if you give anything for free entirely, there's really not enough appreciation for it and people don't feel a stake in it. But also where we had got them involved and they had an equal kind of share in the work, it may be just their own labor, they took care of those things. So this became the basic principle for starting the work here, that we would give them for free this log, which is the Lari Octagreen shelter, which is composed of these prefabricated bamboo panels. Again, a prefabricated bamboo toilet, a water hand pump, and also a skill to make a chula, which is an earthen chula. But in return, they would have to put in their own effort into completing all those elements. At the same time, put in at least 1 month of voluntary work for community benefit and for environmental improvement. Now this was necessary because there was so much garbage and filth that unless they had cleaned up the place, they could not have built anything. And what was surprising for me, that I thought we'll be having to push them and say, look, no, you haven't done 10 days less, or you haven't put in enough work. There was no counting. They just went ahead and just started off the work and just did everything that was possible. And they've probably put in far more than 1 month that we had required. And they've transformed their lives.
तो अभी जब हमारा ये शेल्टर प्रोग्राम शुरू हुआ तो सबसे पहले तो मैंने ये किया जी कि मैडम ने मुझे हदायत की कि नहीं, ऐसा करना है कि हर उस बंदे को घर दो कि जो आपके साथ 10 दिन आके काम करे। मैंने बिस्मिल्लाह की और स्टार्ट कर लिया। तो पहला जो हमारा घर बना, बंदे का नाम नूरू था। नूरू आया, उसने मेरे साथ 10 दिन काम किया और उसको मैंने घर दे दिया। अच्छा, जब उसको घर दिया तो फिर घर में यह था कि उसको चिटाई लगानी थी, मट्टी प्लास्टर करना था, और चीज़ें करनी थी। उसने कहा जी अब मैं क्या करूं, मेरे पास तो ये नहीं है। तो मैंने कहा आप ऐसा करो, आप मेरे साथ काम करो, तो आपकी मजदूरी बनेगी, फिर उस मजदूरी से आप अपना घर बनाओ। तो फिर उसने क्या किया, आके हमारे साथ काम किया, हमारे साथ मजदूरी की, उसने दिन लगाए। जब उसके इतने पैसे बन के कुछ चिटाइयाँ ख़रीद सकता था, मैंने कहा जाओ अब आप अपना काम करो। एक हमारे पास हमको रास्ता हमें थोड़ा सा मिल गया कि इसको अब कैसे हम ट्रैक पर चढ़ाएँ। फिर इस तरह मुख्तलिफ लोग आए, हमें जो भी बंदा घर बनाने के लिए हमारे पास रजिस्टर होता था, मैं यही कहता था कि आप हमारे साथ इतने दिन काम करो, हम आपको ये चीज़ देते हैं, घर देते हैं आपको। तो इसी तरह सिलसिला चलता गया। लोग आए, उनका चूँकि माइंडसेट चेंज करना था। हमने कहा हम आपको खरात नहीं दे रहे, हम आपको बीक नहीं दे रहे, ये आपके लिए तोहफ़ा है। इसमें चीज़ें हम दे रहे हैं आपको तोहफ़ा, और इसमें आप अपना ऐसा डालोगे।
The way the methodology works is that each family gets a shelter, which they then complete themselves. 2 families together have to share a toilet, which again they finish off. We give them all the sanitary equipment and everything. But remember, these are eco toilets, so there's no drainage as such, except that the liquid goes into a kind of a bed on which you can plant things. And the soil, and the night soil as it's called, the human waste, solid waste, is collected every so many days, and then that is being made into organic fertilizer. Over time, they'll start earning from that. So even from the human waste is a possibility of earning, which will mean that over time, whatever they may have invested into their toilet or houses, that will be paid for. The third important thing is the is the hand pump, which six families share. And they have shared also in building the platform. So there's a stake in them. And that's the whole thing. We're trying to develop stake of everybody in whatever is done, so that they start taking care of those things as well. There's hardly any vegetation anywhere, because that area is saline, the soil is saline, and everybody thinks that it will be impossible to grow something. We were told when we first started that no hand pumps could be placed because of lack of drinkable water being available in the soil. But as we did the testing, we found that there are areas where we could get actually potable water, and that has created an immense opportunity. And here I would really like to thank Safia Musa, a partner from South Africa, who was instrumental in putting emphasis on provision of water. In fact, in South Africa and with Al Imdad Corporation, they have actually supported the building of 5 villages entirely and 200 hand pumps. So that being the case, water is now available. And so we decided to plant something called a community forest. Now this actually is beholden to Mr. Miyawaki, who is a Japanese gentleman who has been propagating the planting of forests in a manner that they can grow very fast. So we studied the whole technique, and which means changing the soil completely, but taking small areas. For instance, in a small area of 24 feet by 36 feet, we planted 300 saplings, and after 2.5 months, they all seem to be doing well. The good thing that happened was that the communities have become very, very enthusiastic, and there's a huge amount of plantation that's now going on of those things as well. And the fourth, of course, important is the Pakistan Chula, which spread of it has been phenomenal. They've been just going ahead and building them, and the platforms are becoming larger and larger, because that's where all women now sit and do their other work as well. And another enterprise that started because of the Chula is this a man and woman enterprise where they're making mud bricks. Because initially they were finding it difficult to make their own bricks. So this thing was started, and now they're also making a lot of money, because now the bricks are being used for all kinds of purposes. So these enterprises are going to become really the backbone of revival or rehabilitation of this whole community. Because there are women who, because now they have the chula, so they are making pakoras and selling, and they're all selling very well. There's one who's making papad and selling. She says she gets a profit of 300 rupees a day. Similarly, with the plantation, a woman has started a nursery to whom we keep on giving saplings. She then, makes them grow, and then she sells them. So she's also into making money.
But nothing worthwhile is achieved without a struggle, and so was the case with Sarki goat.
जब जो लोग आने शुरू हुए तो प्रॉपर प्रॉब्लम भी शुरू हो गई. जो यहाँ के जो वडेरे थे, मुख्तलिफ तरह के लोग थे, वो आकर उन्होंने बीच में प्रॉब्लम शुरू कर लिए. या क्या कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो, ये लोग तो हमारे साथ काम ही नहीं करते थे, आपके साथ काम क्यों कर रहे हैं. अब जब काम करते ही हैं तो हमारे साथ आगे करें, हमारी ज़मीनों पे बैठे हुए हैं. फिर मेरे जो मुख्तलिफ दोस्त थे, जो मेरा अपना हल्का अहबाब था, उन लोगों ने मेरे साथ बहुत तावन किया. मेरे दोस्तों ने मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ पे सपोर्ट किया. फिर वो बीच में आ गए, उन्होंने उन लोगों को समझाने की कोशिश की, तो बहरहाल समझ गए वो.
माशाल्लाह हेरिटेज वालों ने जो काम किया गरीबों के लिए ख़ास तौर पर, इसके लिए मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. जो उन्होंने कहा और वो करके दिखाया. 100 से ज़ायद ठट्ठा में एनजीओस काम कर चुकी हैं, और उन्होंने यही किया है, अपनी जेबें भरी और काम सिफर दिखाया. और इस वक्त जो प्रोग्राम है मैडम यास्मीन लारी का, वो तकरीबन 10,000 लोगों को घर देने का है. वो स्टेज बाय स्टेज माशाल्लाह से काम हो रहा है. आप भी देखें पीछे कारखाना जो लगा हुआ है, वर्कशॉप लगा है, उसमें दिन रात 2-2 बजे तक रात को काम चलता है. मेरा घर भी यहाँ बराबर में मैं देखता हूँ, और इसमें नईम शाह साहब का बड़ा जो है हाथ इसमें ज़्यादा है. हम तो खड़े होकर देखते हैं, मगर उनका दिन रात मेहनत है. ये मैडम यास्मीन लारी विद टीम, उनका मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ. और हम इनके साथ ह्यूमन राइट्स के साथ और यहाँ के खलीफा की हैसियत से हमारे मुरीदीन के साथ हम इनके साथ हैं, और इंशाल्लाह साथ रहेंगे.
देखा ये हमारे एक देरना ख्वाहिश थी कि हमने पहले बहुत कोशिश की कि यहाँ पे कोई ऐसा काम हो, NGOs काफ़ी यहाँ पे मकली पे, हम तो मकली पे रहे तो काफ़ी ऐसी NGOs आई जो मेरे ख्याल अरबों में उनके पास फंड्स थे, लेकिन मेरे नज़र में तो जितना काम होना चाहिए था उसके लेवल पे तो सफ़र नज़र आया। और जो बात उन्होंने कही मैडम और उसकी टीम ने, वो यकीन जानो ये मेरे सोच से ज़्यादा मैं काम करके उन्होंने दिखाया। और यहाँ पे हमारे बंदे जो थे, यहाँ पे छोटे बच्चे उनका ख़ानदान पूरा जैसे एक तबाह हुआ पड़ा था। वो यहाँ पे एक गाड़ी खड़ी होती थी, 10-10 बच्चे इसको चिपक जाते थे, रुपया दो 2 रुपया दो, कोई देता था, कोई छिड़क देता था, कोई ऐसा करता वैसे करता। और मैं 2-3 दिन पहले यहाँ पे आया तो यहाँ पे स्कूल खुला पड़ा थे, वही बच्चे पढ़ रहे थे, उनके पास यूनिफॉर्म था और वही बच्चे के अंदर वो भीख मांगने वाला सिस्टम मेरे ख्याल में शायद ख़त्म हो गया।
Paro Pakistan, which is a digital learning program. It's based on sight reading, both in English and Urdu. And then we were able to develop whole programs of about 1 hour duration. There are about 15 segments where you learn about 150 words of English and Urdu, and also numerals, so that you are able to read basically. So we've got about 50 children who come. They are all out of school children who come and study.
The Padho Pakistan, Read Pakistan program, being conducted in the Zero Carbon Cultural Center, is beamed on a large screen in ZC3, which is watched by children and their mothers. After 3 months, as the first batch will be sent to attend the state school, another 50 will be inducted into the program, and so on. The waiting list for Padho Pakistan is already long. With water pumps available, students have begun to make an effort to be neat and clean, brush their teeth, and clip their nails. The transformation is a wonder to watch.
We found that they're looking very good, but they've got no shoes. So I said, well, why don't we start making shoes? And so we've trained a couple of these women, in fact 3 of them I think, from a local mochi, who is now telling them how to cut these soles from old tires. And the chappals are being made with tire bands and what you put on the top. Or I told them to look for some old jeans. So from old jeans they're making these denim tops. So those chappals are now being made, and they'll be sold for 50 rupees to children and for 100 rupees to women.
With just a little helping hand and guidance, the community has transformed itself and its thinking. They have not only finished off the structures of their homes provided by Heritage Foundation by using their own earnings, they have also beautifully decorated them and have now begun to furnish them as well. The self-built, low-cost earthen Pakistan chula that is offering dignity, health and hygiene to not only the women in the household, but to every family member through its simple yet clever architectural designing, comprising double stove combustion chambers, chimney, air regulation pipe, utensil storage, and washing area, is a classic example of the pride it has instilled in the families using it. What's more, so keen are they now to earn a living with dignity that they are even willing to seek work outside their homes.
कुछ लोग ऐसे थे कि उनको हमने बाहर भी भेजा, जहाँ जहाँ हमें सोर्सेज नज़र आते थे, इनकम की नज़र आती थी इनकी जहाँ कहाँ से हो सकती है, तो कुछ लोगों को बाहर भेजा। कुछ एक लड़का ऐसा था जिसने हमारे साथ काम किया और उसकी ख्वाहिश थी जी कि मैं ठेला लगाना चाह रहा हूँ। उसने ठेला भी लगाया। उसकी जी मैं ठेला लगाना चाह रहा हूँ आइसक्रीम का काम अच्छा है। तो मैंने कहा आप कैसे करोगे? उसने कहा जी मैं आपके साथ काम करता हूँ, मेरी जो आमदन होगी उससे मैं ठेला लूँगा। उसने मेरे साथ 10 दिन लगाए तो उसके पास 4000 रुपये बन गया। उसने कहा ये 4000 रुपये मैं देता हूँ बंदे को, मुझे ठेला दे देगा, फिर बाकी पैसे उससे कमा के दूँगा। अब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसने क्या किया कि जी ठेला उसका अपना हो गया है। उसने उसको दिया पैसा, कुछ उसको एडवांस दे दिया, उसने लिया। जब उसने उससे वो ले लिया, फिर उस आइसक्रीम से उसने जो पैसे कमाए और ठेला उसका बार हो गया।
मैं मेरे अब्बू ने मजदूरी की है सर के साथ, फिर अपना गुजारा बनाया है। एक किराए से गड्ढा लिया, उसमें रोज़ी कमा रहे हैं हम। नहीं मांगने से कुछ नहीं थे, अभी मजदूरी से खुश हैं। अपना घर बनाया है, अम्मी है, अब्बू है, भाई है, भाभी है, घरवाली भी है, अब्बू भी कमा रहा, मैं भी कमा रहा हूँ माशाल्लाह.
We don't need a lot of money to turn around the lives of the impoverished, downtrodden, and marginalized sections of our society. Just an earnest desire to do good, a vision, and determination to execute that vision, come what may. Goat Sarki is a thriving example of how lives can be transformed at very little cost as long as all stakeholders, landowners, recipients of the help, and the body proffering the help, are sincere in their desire to make a difference. Work has already started in the second goat. The model is easily replicable and can be implemented anywhere in the world. Heritage Foundation is ready to train anyone interested in adopting this model.